Hey Virgo, Candy here. I know I've been gone a long while. So I'm starting off all my videos anyway. I know it's been a long time, but I just wanted to peek into the energies of January 2021 and just shine some light on some things and give some advice, okay? So what is the energy going on for my Virgo? What should my Virgo know? Ooh, confidence is your key to success, okay? You may be dealing with a Leo, but it's telling you that right now, if there is something that you want to go towards, it's time to not be nervous about it. If you are dealing with a Leo, Leos love people that have confidence, okay? They're into it. And honestly, this is the time to just get into you. You know, looking at your successes and kind of looking at what you're capable of and drawing from that and making things happen from that aspect of yourself. Okay, it says work through your fears. And I always see any Scorpio card, because this is the new moon in Scorpio, and the Scorpio card, you may have Scorpio in your chart somewhere, or could be dealing with the Scorpio in this time. But it really is talking about that transformation, really. Because, you know, Scorpio is a death card, but it's like transformation that comes from a really deep, dark, seedy place. You know, a place where you don't really like to talk about what's happening with you. You know, some things that are deep down that, you know, that don't get expressed a lot. So it's time to work through those, but I am going to clarify. Okay, a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, the full moon in Cancer signifies that, you know, you reach the end of something. Now, I do firmly believe that it's, like how I said, it's not something for you that shows up in, you know, just outwardly. You know, that's not what's showing up right now. For you, whatever that you need to have confidence about is something that needs to be changed. And with this full moon in Cancer, it's basically saying it has a lot to do with your emotions, those deep emotions that you don't like to draw out a lot. You know, it's asking you to change your way of thinking or the way that you may perceive a situation. Okay, let's see. Your commitment is being tested. Now, if this is a relationship reading, it's basically letting you know that some things that are going on in your relationship, okay, are because of the things that you hold back or some of the things that your partner holds back. Some things that need to change that you're really not allowing the space to change. But you need to understand that if you want anything to work, you need to believe that you deserve these types of things to work, that you deserve this change to happen. And this is what the confidence is coming in for, okay? And it even could be talking about a commitment that you've made to yourself, whether this be in business, whether this be in ideas that you want to get off the ground. Now is the time, even though it's seeming like you don't see it, it's not coming into light just yet, especially with the Scorpio energy, because like I said, that's something that's a little bit deeper. It's not actually seen face forward. It's something that's a little bit deeper. So if you're not seeing the actual results of this thing yet, don't trip. It's coming. You know what I mean? It is coming. All right, one more. Let's see if I can. Oh, you just got hold. Okay, so be bold and make the first move towards whatever this situation is. It's really talking about being consistent and keeping a balance in your emotions as you're pursuing this thing. Because like I said, you may not see it in its full fruition just yet, but that doesn't mean that it won't come to you. It looks like because of this is a new full moon in Taurus, it's like all the hard work that you have put in is actually going to evolve into something. But it seems like this is just the beginning of it anyway. Maybe you're trying to expand something. I heard children, maybe it's some type of children, something to do with emotions or maybe your intuitions. But it's saying that your dreams need a practical plan. So whatever that new thing is. You have to be confident that it's going to work for you. You have to actually start putting in the work, putting in the resolve to start making it happen, even if you don't initially see the results. Okay, but it's also saying that to be more organized in life in general is going to help you. But it's specifically with these new goals and plans you have, to be more organized is going to really catapult you into that new beginning. Okay, so confidence is your key to success. Let's clarify that. Clarify. Okay, talking about walking away from something and the tower moment. So maybe you have to be confident that whatever this tower moment had for you is actually helping you to mature. Okay, because the Eight of Cups is not always, this Eight of Cups is not always about walking away. In reality, if you see this guy in the Eight of Cups, he is like meditating. He is like chilling the fuck out and really listening to what that eye of protection is really telling him. That third eye is really telling him. His intuition is really telling him. And because there's so many water cards, that lets me know, water sign cards, it just lets me know that, it has a lot to do with the intuition. So one thing you have to recognize is that the tower moment that recently happened, whether, like I said, if it was in a relationship, maybe some things were found out, maybe, you had to walk away, someone had to walk away. You have to have confidence in the fact that this is actually something that's going to mature you emotionally and mentally. Okay, work through your fears. Work through your fears. Let's see. Work through your fears. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's some shit that you actually are not prepared to talk about. Okay, with the Five of Cups, it's talking about your fear of maybe being vulnerable, of maybe being changed emotionally. Like maybe you had a really, really hard exterior, right? And whatever this is causing you to kind of be more vulnerable. And that's how I'm seeing this card. It does talk a lot about sadness, and you kind of like the spilled milk, crying over spilled milk. But in reality, it is about, when it's talking about working through your fears, your fear of being vulnerable, or, actually just letting the past be what it was, and then being strong enough to go forward with this Page of Coins. And you are an earth sign, right? So Page of Coins talks about the journey that you have from the beginning of this to, from the ending of what happened to now a new beginning. Like how I said, Scorpio is about transformation, deep rooted transformations. Okay, so a personal issue reaches resolution, balancing out. This Two of Coins, now maybe you've been juggling something, and that is part of your personal issue. All right, all I'm saying, Virgo, I'm not saying who did what, but it kind of looks like you were trying to do too many things, trying to have too many people, trying to, have too many projects. You and your work-life balance didn't really come into a balance. Okay, let me know more. That was probably what brought in the Tower, trying to juggle, but now with this Four of Wands, I can see it being that you are reaching a place where you're having solid foundations. And this is also the marriage card. This, Four is all about the foundations and, taking actions with the wands towards solid foundations. But also it's the marriage card, right? So coming into union with your emotions, your emotions and your 3D world, that 5D and that 3D coming in together and kind of, marrying itself into a space of balance. And with the twos and the fours and the eight, it's like we're counting by twos, all right? And two is a strong indication that, you're in the flow of what the universe actually wants for you. So please don't think that, this bullshit just happened. No, it's actually setting you on a path of some greater enlightenment, and like letting you be more vulnerable with yourself. Really, with this page of coins, that kind of looks like working through your fears is you actually being vulnerable with yourself to actually identify what your real fears are. Okay, so your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, this one wants to come out. That 5 of coins. Right now, you're feeling left out in the cold. But this is what is your commitment is being tested. This is how it's being tested. You kind of feeling like you're being left out in the cold with the 8 of cups and then the 5 of cups and the 5 of coins. Yes, it does feel like you're kind of being alienated and abandoned. And maybe abandonment issues are the fears that you need to work through. I mean, confidence can't speak it as loudly as it needs to if you're always worried that you're being abandoned. You know, commitment. Your commitment is being tested. I need to know more. Right. There was some heartbreak. Right. Okay, so the 3 of Swords kind of talks about how things have been hurting you. And like I said, if I do see this as a partner, things have been hurting you. There may have been a third party and now it's leaving you out in the cold. I'm not saying who did what. I'm just saying that if it was you, it's time to really be vulnerable with yourself and really be naked as hell with yourself and be like, okay, I did some bullshit. Okay, I did it. And it's hard for me to say I did something wrong in order to fix this. It's hard for me to fight that thing that I have that says, you know what, I'm right, and you know, fuck it, instead of being the one to use some temperance and use some patience and want to get to a healing, want to get to this with this 1 and 4, some which equals 5, some change. All right, which 5 shows up a lot. There is, and with the Scorpio, there is transformation that needs to happen so that you can take away this pain that it's saying, like, the pain that you inflict is because it's been inflicted on you. And there's some things you have to do with yourself, being open and honest with yourself to be like, okay, this is the pain that I went through, and this is why it's projecting onto others. Now, I will also say that if it's not you and it's been your person doing some things that actually just make you fucking, you know, feel sad, or if there is another person, then you really have to, once again, look inward to be like, well, why do I keep coming across this type of person or this type of situation? And one thing that I like to tell a lot of my clients is this: the same thing that you admire in a person, that is you. We are reflections of all the people that we meet and all the people that we admire. At the same time, we are also reflections of all the people that we meet that have those negative qualities, the same things that we kind of despise. All right, so we have to keep those things in mind when we're looking at change. Why is it that this certain type of situation is continuously coming to me? What haven't I healed? And this is what this work through your fears thing is. Be bold and make the first move. Be bold and make the first move. Oh, that's too many. I don't know. Y'all got a lot of energy. Now that y'all want to open up, it's just coming out like water. Okay, let's see. Boom. Be bold and make the first move. You are right now, you're in this space of, what should I do? Should I go left? Should I go right? That crossroads energy. Now, you can either face these fears, understand where you went wrong, or you could just be stuck. All right, with this 8 of Swords. That mental energy is trapped, but their actions can't stay stuck. The only way that you fail is when you fail to make a decision. So decisiveness, what you guys are actually really great at, being very decisive, is actually going to help you. You know, because this is not the time to rest. This is the time to be bold and make the first move towards your healing, towards the healing of the relationship, towards whatever path that you are starting to want to go to. You know, whatever expansion is happening in your life that, you know, especially if you own a business, if it's things that you seriously want to do, now is the time for you to not be stuck in that mental energy and realize how can I bring my foundation into my life stably, I guess. How can I bring the things that I want, my dreams and my goals, into my life stably for me to know that I'm not left out from them. I'm actually gaining so much from them. Reflection. Okay? Your dreams need a practical plan. All right? It's going to take some strength. It's going to take for you to sit with your demons. All right? Same thing as that Scorpio card. It's going to take for you to just chill out. And at the bottom of the deck, it's this hangman, which is for me, not just things being stagnant, but really having that change of perspective. That's what his ass is upside down for. All right? So he could change the way he thinks about something, to change the way that he views the situation. You know, once again, being naked with yourself. And that's definitely going to bring justice. Okay? If it's somebody you have to say sorry to, say sorry. If you feel like you deserve the apology, speak up and say, hey, I fucking deserve the apology. You know, that was dead wrong. And the person that you're speaking with can take it or leave it, you know, but it's not about them. It's about your journey and how you're living your journey. Okay, so I'm going to pull out some affirmation cards. So far, you guys have the longest video. You guys had a whole bunch of energy that you didn't want anyone to know. But as soon as it started coming out, their cards are flying. That's why I love you, Virgos. You guys are like onions. You got layers. You got depth. Okay? Whatever you are, try to be a good one. All right? So whatever your dreams and goals are, whether that be a partner, a lover, a business owner, just a good Samaritan, just be the best version of that you can be. And it takes for you to just be honest with yourself. What do I need to change? What are my fears? Why am I not being able to be confident in the things that I'm doing or the next set of things that I want to do? Okay. Let's see. One more. Okay. If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel the worn paths of accepted success. I really do see this as you having to deal with some shit that you guys have not been dealing with. It's been keeping you guys stuck. Whether it be addictions, whether it be associations with things and people, whether it's just, you know, the overall mindset that, you know, maybe you can do no wrong. I love Virgo, and I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. So it's like when I say God complex, I mean it in the most like loving way. You cannot control everything that happens. You have to be honest as to why things don't work out for you sometimes. You can't kind of blame it on other people and their decisions. You kind of have to look internally, okay? So I love you guys, and I am accepting personal readings and donations, and all of that information should be below. And you guys are awesome, okay? Peace.